Civil War. Civil War's really good. First Home was
So you're
pretty good.
choosing Civil War then. Pick one.
No,
Pick
I'll
one.
choose them both. I'll choose
Which
them
one's
both.
five? You can't choose
Both
them
of them.
both.
Both of them are
You can't
fifth.
choose them.
Both
You
of them are
can't.
fifth. Both of them are
You
fifth.
cannot.
Um,
Why not
I
both?
would.
Hi guys, welcome to Gateway Cinemas Top 5 of 2024, where we're going to be going through our favourite films of this year that's come out this year. And admittedly, I haven't seen a crazy amount of films this year. I think I've seen 24 or 28. Can't remember exactly.
Can I get some
but
water?
No.
Okay.
All right,
Well,
let's do this. So yeah, we're just going to be doing a little ranking, a little end of year video. I don't think any of us have particularly seen a huge quantity. I don't think we're in the. We're definitely none of us are in the film festival circuits. So, we're not going to have seen The Brutalist, starring one of the weird kids from Funny Games. But sorry, did I say starring? I mean directed by one of the weird kids from Funny Games. Haroon, have you got a list? Did you do a list? Or is this gonna be off the dome?
this is going to be off the dome. Although I did send a big list into the chat. But I can talk about my least favorite movie of the year, which was Heretic. Didn't like that one bit.
Ooh.
Thoroughly unenjoyable movie for me. Well, not unenjoyable. I actually enjoyed myself whilst I was watching it. But I didn't enjoy myself. It's more like, I don't know. I got strapped in and they took me somewhere, and then that somewhere happened to be off the end of a like off the end of a cliff that you'd expect two 14-year-olds to be thinking they're having a very deep chat about during after school hours on a Tuesday night,
and
and they think they're having the deepest, most intelligent conversation known to man. And it's a big
sure.
gotcha moment for one of them. And then they both go home and watch TED Talks and come back the following day thinking they're even more smart. And then it's Wednesday after school, and their mums pick them up, and then they're still thinking about how much of like a really clever conversation they had. It
But
fucking
did
upset me a lot.
Isn't this meant to be a horror
did
film?
Hugh Grant's
Sorry,
Jar
I
Jar
know
impression?
barely anything about it.
Yeah, it's a horror film.
It's not a
It
horror
is.
film,
It
is it?
absolutely is.
It's like
Yes. Yes.
it's a TED Talk.
It's a horror
I would put
film.
it. I'd put it in the category of like a theatrical TED Talk.
Hugh Grant does a Jar Jar Binks impression where he goes, "Oh, Lisa Jar Jar," or something like that, and it's really, really good, and that earned it 5
Cringiest
stars
thing
for
I've
me.
ever heard in my whole life.
Really fucking hilarious. All right,
Terrible.
I'm gonna. These guys haven't prepared. I've got a good definitive top 10 list here, so I'm gonna go through my 10 to 6 now, and then we're gonna go 5 to 1 together. All right. So for me personally, I'm gonna have some controversial opinions in here. Starting with number 10, Megalopolis. Funny as fuck. I love that shit.
That's the best.
Number.
Hang on. That's the best one.
No, that's the 10th best one.
The 10th best one. Okay.
9, Love Lies Bleeding. I didn't watch too many movies this year, guys. 9, Love Lies Bleeding. I thought it was fun and good and a good time. 4, Kneecap. Chucky Allah. Shout out my Irish brothers.
No, can't really say that. Cut that.
Kinds of Kindness. As number 7. That was fun. Good time. And number 6 for me is The Substance. A freaky little film that made me feel sick, and I liked it a lot, and I liked everything about it. And now we're in the top tier. Those last 4 I gave all 4 stars, but The Substance is where we're moving into possibly goated territory, and only gets better from here. So Ben, what's your number 5 pick?
My number 5 pick. Well, I'll just go through all the films that I did watch this year. First of all, just to provide a bit of context. So...
Never mind.
No, I won't do this because this.
You always do that. I'll ask you a question, you'll be like, actually.
So this year I watched.
But we need some suspense, though. So go through the bad ones and then save your top 5.
Oh,
well, no, Abigail was the worst
okay.
movie I saw this year. Abigail was much worse than Heretic.
So the worst film I saw this year I think it was Deadpool and Wolverine. I think that is easily the worst one. Now, if I say this to my friends, they will say, "Yeah, but you laughed in the film," and it's true. There were some moments where I did find it funny, but I think if you looked at the actual percentage number of jokes they said that I actually laughed at, it's probably
Yeah,
in the
poor hit rate.
area of like 10%, because the number of times they made, in jokes about
Gay
the
jokes.
MCU.
Oh, whoa! What if we were gay together, man? Wouldn't that be sick if we fucked? Except for we're not going to touch or kiss, and also the pre-established lesbian relationship is not going to be referred to at all. Fucking cowardly Disney bastards. Anyway, yeah, it's shit. Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
really, really
fuck,
boring.
X-Men, man.
I think
That's fucked.
having Logan in it doesn't, for me, didn't cheapen. Sorry, having Hugh Jackman in it didn't cheapen Logan for me, but having Laura in it, I think did. And yeah, I wasn't a huge fan. That's all.
Nasty evil product.
Number 5, and I am doing this on the spot, looking at these films. I think number 5, I'm actually going to give it to Monkey Man, directed by, starring, and I think written by Dev Patel.
Developer
It is, at the end of the
Patel.
day, just a simple revenge thriller, but I really liked it. I like the fact that it was set somewhere other than America or just the West. I felt like the fact we actually were going to India. Thought it was pretty cool. And yeah, for a directorial debut and the fact that he's starring in it as well, really impressive stuff. And I'm looking forward to seeing him in other things. And yes, I think he would make a good James Bond, if you're wondering that.
No, I've not even considered that. Absolutely, he should
I
be
think
James
a
Bond.
white man should play James Bond.
James is a white name. Dev
White.
isn't.
James, yeah, exactly.
I started Monkey Man recently, literally like about 3 days ago, but I didn't finish it. But yeah, really strong start. I am dying to finish it. I just couldn't find time. But yeah, really, really good so far.
Okay, right. I have my list. I've got my
Number
list.
5. Just do number 5. Just do number 5.
Do number 5. Just do number 5. Okay, let me just choose number 5. I'm gonna go number 5. The First Omen, probably.
Ooh.
Yeah. Oh no, number 5, Civil War. No, number 5, The First Omen.
Yeah. Anything to say about that?
Your reasons?
Gonna go
Civil
for any
War. Civil War's
explanation?
really good. First Omen was.
So you're
pretty
choosing
good.
Civil War then? Pick one.
No,
Pick
I'll
one.
choose them both. I'll choose
Which
them
one's
both.
5? You can't choose them
Both
both.
Both of them are
You
fifth.
can't choose them.
Both
You
of them are
can't.
fifth. Both of them are
You
fifth.
can't. Why not
I
both?
would
I'm going to put in that
say-
clip of that guy going, why not both?
LGBTQ rights or economic stability?
Why can't you have both?
You need to pick one.
I refuse the question.
You can't refuse the question.
I do,
But you can't.
but I did.
But you need to pick one.
No, I don't.
I just said you did.
So what?
Can you pick one?
No, because they're both doable.
No. Only one.
I don't have to pick one because you can have both.
But the answer is both is not an answer. It's not a valid answer.
I reject your question.
You can't reject it.
I just did.
Can you pick one?
I don't have to
Why?
because they're both completely doable.
So LGBTQ rights or economic stability?
Both.
That's not an answer.
Yes, it is.
LGBTQ rights or economic stability?
Both.
Are you trying to troll me?
No,
'Cause I'm just wondering which one you like more.
I like them both.
You can't have both.
Yes, you can.
Not in this question.
Too bad,
Why are you trolling me right now?
because I don't have to choose.
All right, what if I had to ask you gender inclusivity or economic stability?
You can have both.
I've never been more scared watching a movie in my entire life other than The First Omen in cinema. I don't know what happened to me that day, but that got me good, start to finish. Truly fucking horrendous shit. I get quite scared of demon stuff though, so there you go. And I thought also in The First Omen there were some shots where I just thought, wow, that is like fantastic, where there's a shot of her lying on the bed and there are some light rays beaming through the window, lighting up dust in just these perfect, beautiful angles, and it just looks incredible, actual majesty. And that coupled with some of the more horrific scenes I've ever had to consume in my movie watching hobby so far is like, yeah, the scary stuff. I didn't like that. Dune 2 is also something.
Can you shut the fuck up?
Sorry.
Because that's not number 5, is it?
All right.
Can you just
All right, fine. I
Please?
can just. Fine.
Okay, my number 5 pick is Civil War. Again, this is a controversial choice apparently because everyone fucking hated this movie for some reason.
I liked it.
Well, Twitter did. Twitter hated it. They're not real people, but yeah, I liked it a lot. I'm just gonna check what camera it was shot on because I might be wrong in saying I think it was shot on a DSLR.
It did look really nice.
Yeah, well,
Also,
yeah,
have
okay.
you noticed that in Alex Garland's films, which he's sadly no longer going to be directing, the color green comes up an awful lot, and it came up a lot in Civil War. I noticed, and it looked really, really nice.
I can't say I noticed that, but yeah, fair enough. I thought it did look very nice. I thought it had a very photography-esque cinematography, which obviously it would. But I just found it very interesting. I think people are very uncharitable towards what it's saying. People call it like very cowardly because it's not taking a stance on whether the president's bad in that film when it obviously is that he's bad and he's Donald Trump and he's in his 3rd term and he's a fascist and you are a fucking moron if you think that it's a unbiased or like it's not taking a stance. You're dumb, you're stupid.
It does take a stance, but do you not think it takes a non-committal stance?
A bit,
like
but it's not about
his toe in.
Yeah, but it's enough. You
It's
get
almost
enough.
like it's
One side's racist and one side isn't. And they're the
yes,
side
yeah.
that you're following.
How would you even say that? Like Todd in that.
You're Chinese, right? Bang!
What sort of American are you?
Yeah. It's so obvious.
It's
Like
kind of.
I get it's
couldn't be clearer.
yeah, but it's not about that. It's not about
No.
right-wing people being evil. It's about war photography essentially and what you're willing to do.
Yeah, I agree. It's
But
actually
it's-
about war photography.
but it does
and I
take
think
a stance.
And I think a reason why that film got a lot of flack was because I think it was just really poorly marketed. Because if you watch the trailer for that film, it looks like an action film, and yet when you
Yeah.
actually watch
But
it,
the
you
action's
realise
great,
it's
man.
not really. Yeah,
I
no,
thought
the
the
action's
action
good.
was really good.
Sniper
It
scene.
was reminding me a lot of Call of Duty.
Fantastic. If anyone
Like
remembers.
Ben said about Come and See.
Now this reminded me
But
a lot
no.
more of Call of Duty.
Yeah, like specifically Modern Warfare 3. I was getting strong vibes. I thought it was sick. I thought it looked really good. I thought Kirsten Dunst is great. I like Priscilla Presley, whoever her Kaylee Spaney, something like that.
Yeah.
She's really good. Awesome. It's awesome. That's my number 5. Ben, what's your number 4?
So, number 4, this is quite a difficult one for me because I think this film was actually one of the more impressive ones I've seen this year, and that's Furiosa. And the only reason why it's number 4 and not higher,
Furiosa.
but it was a great film. I ended up watching it twice. Saw it the first time with a friend in Warwick in a big Cineworld screen, and that was absolutely the place to see it. And then saw it again with another friend of mine when I went back home. And yeah, it was good. I really like Annie Taylor-Joy. I think she's good in pretty much everything she does. And I think in this role, given how physical she had to be when she was climbing through like the massive trucks they were driving in the desert, she had to be pretty adept at that and really impressive there. Really, really nicely shot. George Miller knows how to build a world really well.
Filthy Frank.
And yeah, I think he's one of the few directors today who I think can actually do a film that is primarily visual. So yeah, fair play to it.
Ben, what did you think about
I
Rear
did not
Window?
catch anything you said, by the way. I don't know what's up with your audio. But
We're talking about
yeah.
Vomit Cake.
What did you think about Rear Window
Oh.
Vomit Cake?
Did you watch Vomit
I
Cake?
was-
Did you go and watch the full film that is Vomit Cake?
I have seen it before. I didn't watch it again. I was was I surprised? Was I not surprised?
That's funny.
I don't know. I was quite I was quite surprised. I know that you're both people who do like dishing out 10 out of 10s, but 10 out of 10 to Vomit Cake and Rear Window, I thought the
Ben,
two of them are
do
just
you not
not
really have like
comparable.
an ability to think that maybe we didn't give Vomit Cake a 10 out of 10?
We did,
I think you
and I
you
stand
both
by
did.
it.
Do you not remember giving it a 10 out of 10? You definitely gave it a
Do
10
you
out
not
of 10.
think we were joking when we
This,
compared?
this is the thing, right? So I was listening to this, and I did. Granted, I
Whoa.
didn't. I
You are
didn't
a funny
actually
guy. You will literally
watch
just
the
take
two of
anything
you.
at face value. We did fucking Vomit Cake and Rear Window. It was a
But
joke.
this is the thing. But the way
What?
no, but this is the thing, guys. Because of like the way you talk about film, I was thinking, shit, are these guys
Oh my
actually
God,
serious?
that's so
Then
funny.
it worked, Haroon. This is good because
It
then that's what
works.
we wanted.
Like it's consistent with your characters.
But
I can
also,
see you
it's
giving Vomit Cake
correct.
a 10 out of 10.
Yeah, Vomit Cake is a 10 out of 10. All right, Haroon, what's your number 4? Let's stop talking about this.
Vomit Cake.
Haroon, that came out in 2015, buddy.
I'm sorry. All right, my number 4 will be The Juror 2, I think.
Oh, shit.
I watched that recently with my family. The reason it'll be number 4 for me, and another movie might have to take the back seat, but it'll probably get an honorable mention, is because you can put this movie on with your entire family, and your entire family and you will thoroughly enjoy it. And there is no weird awkwardness whatsoever, and it's really gripping, and it is a actually fucking brilliant family thing to put on whilst Christmas
What's
is
it
happening.
called?
The Juror 2, starring Nicholas Hoult.
Jura #2.
And the woman
Directed
from
by Clint
bloody
Eastwood.
The Heritage. What's it called? Best horror
Heretic.
movie of all time.
Hereditary.
No, Hereditary.
What's her
Who's in that?
name? Toni Collette.
Toni Collette's in that. She actually isn't even very good in that. It's just like an immaculate family movie. You put that on, and every single person jumps onto it. There's lots of cool. I mean, the whole movie is centered around a moral dilemma, and then he has to walk the tightrope between whether or not he must sell his soul or put himself away and sacrifice what he has waiting for him at home. And I think just the premise itself is, like Matt said in the pub the other day, sorry to steal this from you, but writes the entire movie very, very well. And I think it's just very good. It's very strong.
I
very, very
have heard about
respected.
this, and I really want to watch it.
I'm also going to go with a recency bias pick for my number 4. I'm going to go with Queer. I literally watched this about 5 days ago, if that. When did I watch this? I watched this on Monday, and it's now Thursday. But yeah, I found it very gripping and engaging and profoundly creative, very empathetic filmmaking. It's good to see Daniel Craig doing some acting that isn't, well, let's go kill this bloody man then, guys. Let's go fucking kill this cunt. Whatever he does in James Bond. I don't think James Bond says cunt, actually, now I think about it. But Jimmy Bond,
No, I
yeah,
think
Says
that's, yeah.
bitch.
Oh no, he says bitch. Yeah.
He calls
That's
Emma
his response
bitch
to
like a
M.
3-year-old
Yeah.
when he's
That's
being
great.
interrogated. I think I've already done this little bit that I like to do about James
Yeah.
being interrogated. And it's like Skyfall, home, gun, shoot, M, bitch. He's like fucking 2 years old.
No, but when he says
Yeah.
Skyfall, isn't that when he starts crying,
Whatever, it
or
doesn't
welling
matter.
up?
They're all the same
whatever.
film.
Yeah,
You're
he
fucking
hated doing
saying.
them. You can tell, and now he's happy doing. So he came out of the James Bond films. He did Knives Out, where he got to do a funny little accent, and then he
That
did
was a
another one, and has
fucking
signed on for like 3 more already. And now he's
Three
doing
more.
another film.
They're making 3
I think
more
so.
Knives Out films.
I think so. Maybe
don't
it's 2
do
more
that.
now.
They don't need to do that.
They're good. Anyway, and now he's doing another film with Luca Guadagnino. So he's just like finally able to work with some good people and do some good acting, and he's just loving it. And I love that for him, and you can tell. And they go
I
do
think 2
ayahuasca
of his
in
5
the
Bond
jungle
films
in this
are
film.
actually good. Casino Royale and Skyfall, I think, actually
I
are
agree.
decent.
Did you know?
films.
I
did you
think
know
No Time to Die is good as well.
the reason Quantum of Solace was so bad was that was during the writing strikes.
Yeah, and that
Yeah.
shit sucks.
Oh,
That's like
really?
one of the first films where I was like, "Why is this so awful?" Like, and I couldn't quite pinpoint
Because of the
why
writing
it sucked.
strike. Writing is pretty much the most important part of the movie by like a stretch. It's like writing and then like a lot of things down and then something else. Writing can carry the whole thing. It's a story being told. The writing is the most important
Yeah.
bit by such a fucking long way. If you don't have the writing, the whole thing's fucked.
What does our chief editor think of that? Because I feel the editor
He
plays a
says
really
yes.
important role.
He says yes.
Me?
Editing is not
You
more
are the chief
important than
editor.
writing. Because
Look,
you've got-
guys,
you've got
film's a
this
collaborative
fucking
process.
hierarchy.
If you drop the
There's nothing
ball
to
on one
edit.
thing, you're fucked.
There's nothing to edit if there's no writing. There's nothing to edit.
Well, yeah, but there's films that don't have scripts that are good though.
Yeah, of course, but there's still like when I say
Eraserhead
writing,
had a
I also
30-page
mean like
script.
storyboard. Yeah, I know, but I also mean like the storyboard, the writing of what will be on screen. That's what I also mean.
It technically is important, the most important,
it's
because
what
without
happens in the
there's
movie.
nothing. Ben, what's your number 3?
Okay, number 3. This is where it starts to get tricky, but I think for me it's Longlegs. I think it starts off. I think it starts off really, really well. Genuinely, one of the scariest experiences I've had. Maybe one of the reasons for that is because I actually watched it in the cinema, which isn't usually what happens with me in horror films. Usually, you just watch it at home. But yeah, really good, incredibly impactful opening scene. I think it does lose its way a little bit in the final half. Not gonna lie, I think, which is a shame. But I think given how constant and how overbearing the general mood is, they don't just do this thing which most horror films do by doing a jump scare and then having a lot of calm, and then doing a jump scare, having a lot of calm. The entire film just has this really unsettling mood, and I think they did so well with that. And even though it ended poorly, I still think it deserves number 3. And yeah, I can't wait to see more films with. Is it Micah Monroe? She did It Follows, and I think she's using this as well, and she was in Watcher, which we didn't end up watching.
And The Guest used to be my favorite film ever, and then I've watched it a few more times since being 18, and I don't think it's that good, but it's alright. But yeah, shout out Micah Monroe.
Yeah, the queen of horror.
For real.
Okay. For my number 3 pick, I'm going Anora and Kinds of Kindness.
You're a fucking coward.
I get to do whatever I want. I
hate you for that.
Yeah, that's fine. Anora's really good. That's Uncut Gems again, but funny and just good and well shot and beautiful. But if I had to choose one, I'm choosing Kinds of Kindness over Anora because I like Yorgos a lot. I like all of his films so far. And yeah, I just think that Willem Dafoe and Yorgos Lanthimos is a match made in hell or heaven. Story.
Yeah, I love Willem Dafoe.
Yeah, Kinds of Kindness is good. It's like the longest movie ever. It's like 2 hours and 45 minutes. And me and Matt went to watch that in cinema, and we left, and it was basically like you do feel the pace, but I don't know. It sort of adds to the unsettling,
the insanity.
It is insanity, yeah, but it is the funniest thing. It is probably the funniest movie released this year by a long way that I've seen, at least.
Have you seen Deadpool and Wolverine, buddy?
I haven't seen that.
Yeah, I'm with you on Anora. I've already said Kinds of Kindness was my number 7. Yeah, Anora's my number 3. Similar reasons. Yeah, it's really funny, and it's really stressful and is uncut gems, but without really the stakes of possible death and violence. It's about capitalism and whatnot, and yeah, it's just good. And I like the fact that they used a really cringy Take That song throughout. It looks amazing. Mikey Madsen's great. Yuri, I've never seen such aura on a man. Do you not agree? Was his name Yuri? I think so. The bald guy, the balding man. He was swagged out. I liked him because he's Russian, and I liked him in his tracksuit. I was like, this is the most Russian man to ever.
Yeah,
exist.
Matt's really pro Russia.
I don't fuck with the Russians, guys.
I really liked him because he was Russian.
I'm just saying he had aura, all right, and an aura.
Oh, Ben, give us your number 2 pick.
Okay, it's close, but I think it is going to be The Wild Robot for number 2.
Oh, I haven't even seen that.
I haven't seen it either.
Worth watching. I always like to give an animated kids film credit when you as an adult can watch it and be moved by it. And it was moving, to be fair. What's she called? She's in Us. Lupita Nyong'o, I think is her name.
She's not in Us. She can be in You, mate, but she's not in Us. That's a you problem.
Lupita Nyong'o.
Lupita Nyong'o. Really good. voice acting. Also did a really good performance in Quiet Place
she
Day
play
1,
the
which I also
robot?
saw. She did. She did.
Oh, I don't know that.
And yeah, just a really moving story, and definitely worth watching. Looks really nice. It's short as well, and I guess this will be my pick for watch with the family and everyone can have fun. It's my Jura 2, put it that way. For the
Fair
kids.
enough.
My pick for Watch with the Family is Anora.
My number 2 pick would be Challengers, because that's the number 2 pick for this year.
Ooh.
That's the number
Oh,
2
yeah.
pick for this year.
Can I just say
My number
that's
2
an
pick
honourable
is
mention.
Challenges as well.
Yeah, because that is the answer.
Me and Haroon have been really consistent on this list. Yeah, Challenges is fucking awesome.
It's fantastic. It's superb.
It might be my favorite film going experience of the year.
Fuck, I could probably maybe agree with that, but it's not.
Yeah.
Because I watched Dune 2 in IMAX, and that's number 1.
Oh. Do I replace Monkey Man with Challenges? Because I did really like Challenges, to be fair.
It's
was
so
good.
awesome.
Challenges is fantastic. It's fucking superb.
I don't even know what to say about it.
It's just
Like, it's just
perfect.
so great. Yeah.
It's just dance music and tennis, and two
Yeah.
guys playing gay chicken with each other for an hour and a half.
Eating churros.
It is quite funny because
Um,
it does look and sound like a music video a lot of the time, but it doesn't
Yeah.
feel trashy either in a weird way.
No, it's definitely funny. Like the music is
Yeah.
funny.
It is hilarious.
Shout out Nine Inch Nails.
Oh, is that 9 Inch Nails
So
again?
Trent Reznor and Atticus Ross as well.
I
Yeah.
played tennis with my gay friend. I could still serve.
Yes, indeed. They also did the Queer soundtrack.
Oh, damn.
Ben's favorite film, The Social Network.
You go to BU, and I just go out with girls from BU, and
Anyway, yeah, Challenges. Shout out Challenges. All right, Ben, what's your number 1? And are we all gonna have the same number 1? Okay, let's say it together.
okay,
Let's
3,
say it together.
2, 1. June
Dune
Part
Part
Two.
Deadpool and Wolverine. Oh.
Twisters.
This is probably alright. I didn't watch it.
Shit, trap.
Yeah, Dune 2. What the
Dune
fuck can
Part
you
2.
say?
Yeah, I mean,
It's
I
the
really
best
liked
one.
Dune Part 1. I know a lot of people had the complaint that it felt like it was building up to something and he never got to that something. I personally did not share that
They're
complaint,
tripping.
but my
No, they're
god,
tripping.
Dune Part 2 did deliver, and it was even better than the first one, which I didn't
Yeah,
know
fully
was possible.
incredible. I didn't think
Yeah.
it could happen. Yeah, it's
A
perfect.
good
It's-
blockbuster is something very special, and that was
Yeah.
something very special.
It's just the best movie this year, and there's no denying it. That's
Will
that.
he get snubbed by the Oscars again? That's the
I
question.
don't.
I hope he
I
doesn't.
think
The
so.
Oscars means nothing to
They-
me.
They've done a short list, and I don't know if maybe they just don't release like the best picture and best director and best actor short lists before they do it, but it's not on any of them. It's on like 3 technical ones. I think like sound, visual effects, and maybe like set design or something.
You
It's
could
so stupid.
probably
It's
not-
really
But it
good.
should be on best picture, absolutely.
Damn,
It
you
should.
could maybe give best actor to bloody
Timmy
Baldface. No, not Timmy, not him.
Stellan.
Harkonnen, a bad guy. He's also
Oh,
Butler?
Stellan Skarsgård.
Austin Butler. Maybe him, but I wouldn't
But
really.
he's in it for like 9 minutes.
I don't think you're giving best actor or actress to anyone in Dune 2 over what else. has been
No, but
released this
I
year.
think you could nominate them. But also, but definitely best director and definitely best picture. That is
definitely
so
the
Yeah.
best
deserved.
director and
Yeah,
definitely best picture.
definitely
yes.
picture and
Yeah.
director. I'm not sure if any of the acting screams.
I think
stands out to
Timmy
me.
is so good in that. Like to
Ah.
go from what he's known as and his like sort of public persona to
He did go
this
from Call Me by Your
genuinely
Name to the leader of the jihad.
that scene where he's in the caves and being like, "Your mother's warned you of my coming" and whatnot. That is the. I like hold my breath for that whole time. I'm ready to like get down on my knees and praise Lisan Al Gaib.
I don't know what it is about Timothy Chalamet. Like, I wouldn't say that when I see him on screen, I think he's bad. And in fact, I think when you consider everything that's in his control, I think he does everything absolutely fine. But there's just something about his figure that just doesn't convince me.
You
Very
don't like
much
skinny
he is.
boys. You don't
Yeah,
like
in
twinks.
the books,
Well,
he's
it's
supposed
about
to
he's
be
diminutive.
a fucking big guy.
Is he?
Timothy
He's
Chalamet-
15, isn't he?
Nah, in the books, he's still
He's
supposed
meant
to
to be a
be
teenager in the
seriously
book, I think.
built and strong and a clear physical presence about him. Timothy Chalamet does not give that. You could snap him in half like a twig. Each of us could. He's probably
But I
like
think that's what
5
makes it
levels.
sick. It's like
You can choose to think that, but it's
I like it. That he's not like in a wrestling match with Austin Butler. They're stabbing each other.
I think he's got a great face. I think he's definitely my Lisanagi, but
He
maybe a bit taller.
his
Adib.
face is honestly may as well be a 1-to-1 match with what you read in the books when it comes to the
Yeah,
description of
it's like the
Paul. Like
faces,
it is
yeah.
100% accurate. It's just he just doesn't have the body of like
He
a
just needs to
charismatic leader.
He's not wide either. He needs to be a bit wider. He's so thin. His shoulders
Yeah.
aren't broad enough for me. I need my
Well,
Lisanagi.
we all love this movie, and it's
Yeah,
Yeah, I
for
don't know
sure.
why
Best
I'm
movie of the
even
year.
criticizing this. Ben, you started criticizing it, and I jumped on that. I thought this was a fucking spectacular cinematic marvel of entertainment, and I don't think Timothy Chalamet not being 6'8" both ways takes anything away from that. Yeah,
No, it's
I
a
love the
drop in the
design.
ocean. It's incredible.
I love the design of everything. The world, the design of the world building is phenomenal. I know that comes from the books, but to get away with it, to pull it all off, to make this grand journey on film, and to make it so entertaining, and all that shit in black and white in the stadium, going to the Harkonnen planet. Apparently, that whole planet in the movie we're talking about was designed by somebody who saw a sewage tanker on the side of the road, and they're these big, long, round, yucky black containers oozing oil, and they're disgusting to look at. And that's how he saw that and thought that is how the Harkonnen planet should be, just absolutely sapped of life and fundamentally capitalist and industrial and evil.
The sandworm. I think that to me was the most impressive part of the film, where Paul's riding the
Riding.
sandworm.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Such a great scene.
I think that was just incredible.
I think when the whole
The
cinema
music.
shakes, the whole cinema shakes in
Yeah.
IMAX, and that sandworm just comes
Yeah.
out of the ground. It is.
I watched, how many times did you guys watch this? I watched it 3
I
times. In the
probably
cinema.
watched this about 4 or 5 times.
I watched it twice, and I will admit, on the second viewing, the shine did wear off, and I think the reason why is because I knew exactly what was coming. I really wish I watched this in IMAX. I think it would have been so cool to have the experience of the shaky seats, but
Yeah, I watched it in the Leicester Square IMAX. And when they do that sandworm scene where he's riding the sandworm, you literally feel like you're there, and there's sand in your eyes, and there's like a hurricane going on, and the seats are shaking. It's like an earthquake. It's fantastic. It's a audio-visual experience like no other except Dune 1, which I actually maybe have a hot take that I might prefer Dune 1, but it's fine. We can leave that for another time.
Well,
awesome.
That concludes the bonus episode,
Yeah.
I think. We all had boners
Shout out
during the bonus
Muad'Dib.
episode.
We haven't said this in previous episodes, but if you disagree with us or agree with us, please leave a comment down below and
Oh,
tell
yeah.
us
No, don't.
where we've
Please.
gone right or where
You're
we've gone
not
wrong.
welcome.
if you're commenting as well, give us a suggestion for Chrissy Nolan films
Nope,
and what to
keep your
pair with
mouth
them.
shut.
I mean, because some of them I get. Actually,
We
we've got all
don't
the
want
pairings.
any
Actually,
feedback.
I take that back. Don't fucking comment. I don't want to hear it.
Don't
Keep it to
say
yourself.
anything.
Don't like. Definitely
No,
don't.
like it.
Like
You
and
just
share.
you sit there, you watch the
subscribe.
video quietly,
Watch it
and then you
all.
click the next one, and then you click all of them, and then once you've watched all of them, you tell your friends, and you don't say a word to us about it. We don't want to hear from you.
Not interested, guys. Especially you, the guy who commented on the primer
Yeah.
episode.
Yeah.
Get a life.
No. I'm joking, of course. Engage, comment,
not.
tell us what you think. We'll listen. Maybe.
And that's been it. Does anyone have any honorable mentions? I don't. I think I said them all.
Oh, I probably have one.
I'm sure there are
Honourable
some.
Megalopolis is probably an
Wolverine.
honorable
Oh,
mention from me.
yeah.
Iron Claw, Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes, Furiosa, Gladiator 2, honorable mention from me. I like that one. People didn't like that. Trap, honorable mention.
Oh yeah, I love travel. That was a good time. Me and Haroon.
Really?
This is great. Me and Haroon went to the birthplace of Aaron Taylor Johnson, and we watched Trap at about 3 in the afternoon. Then we went to the pub and had a couple of drinks, and maybe I had something else. And then we went and watched Spider-Man 2, directed by Sam Raimi, in the
Oh
evening.
yeah, he was doing the
in the
rounds in the
same
cinema,
place.
wasn't it? At the same time.
It was. And that was the best day of my freaking life.
Passion of the Christ Resurrection. Anyone? That was
Is that coming out? When's that out?
That's coming out soon. I'll say Iron Claw. Big honorable mention.
That was last year technically, but that did come out here for us this year. But if that counted, that's in my top 3. It's probably
Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes as well. That's good. Honorable mention.
That's all right.
Joker of Folly Do. Huge honorable mention for me. Love that one. Inside Out 2. Great film.
So I actually was going to say I did watch it, and even though I acknowledge it's really, really flawed, I actually had a great time.
I like Joker too. It's all right.
I thought you said you were really bored by it.
It's a little boring. It's a bit long. It's a bit shit, but like the criticism was hyperbolic. It's pretty decent, and somewhat creative and better than Joker 1. Is it? No, I take that back. It's not better than Joker 1, but I don't like Joker 1 very much. It's probably the best comic book movie of the year.
Which other ones came out?
I don't know, Deadpool and Wolverine.
Oh shit, yeah.
Ben, are you religious?
Am I religious?
Yeah.
No.
Okay.
You sounded like Talking Ben just then.
No.
You know the dog?
No.
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 Someone put in Talking Ben the dog.
No.
And that will conclude.
I've got a few more honorable mentions.
We're done.
Spaceman.
I think we're done.
So Haroon, you
I'm not gonna
rinsed
go
me for
for
this,
it.
and I meant
No, not gonna.
you rinsed me for this in a work call when I mentioned this.
I'm not gonna go for it.
But it is actually, I think.
If that camera was off, I'd be whooping your
I'm
ass
so
up and
Ben,
down the
I'm
street.
sorry. Ben, please talk. Ignore this.
Oh, so you're actually just a paparazzi guy?
Ben, what are we saying, man?
No, I'm not gonna go for it. What's going on here? Put
That's
that in
Quentin
as well.
Tarantino being a freak to a paparazzi person.
What's going on here?
How's it going, man? How are you?
What's going on here? What's going on here? What's going on here? Put that down. What's going on here? What are you doing? What are you doing? Do you not talk to me?
It's just for the. What are you doing?
Hey, don't do that.
Don't do that again. Go.
For what?
Hit me. Go.
Oh,
Go.
shut
Go
up.
for it. Go for it.
No, I gotta
Go. 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 Go for it.
No, I ain't gonna go for it.
Yeah. Go.
Hit me.
Go. You started.
Oh, I'm starting it?
Yeah.
Are you? Oh, you. So you know she's not just a guy from around here. You're actually a paparazzi guy? Nah, I ain't gonna do it.
Yeah, you know you can do it.
Yeah, because you're filming.
Yeah.
But if that was off, I'd be whipping your ass up and down this street.
Yeah. Go.
No.
It's getting late. Can
Oh,
Ben...
I think it's the impression of a New Yorker. So I saw Spaceman, the most recent Adam Sandler movie, and as we all know, Adam Sandler can indeed act, and he didn't disappoint with this one. And it's him, Paul Dano as well, starring as a spider, and I can't remember the name of the other major actor they had in this film, but it was fun. It was not too long. It's on Netflix. I don't even know if it got a cinematic release, but I thought it was a fun short film.
And that's been 2024, baby. 20.
What's going on here?
20.
All right, bye, guys.
Bye, Ron.